Good day, classmate. Our topic today is all about Jillian's theory of moral development. So, ano nga ba ang nilalaman ng theory ni Jillian? So, what comes to your mind when you hear the word moral? So, ano ba unang pumapasok sa isip niyo kapag naririnig niyo yung salitang moral? Pag ba sinabing moral, ito yung kapag tinulungan mo yung kapwa mo na nangangailangan ng tulong, masasabi mo bang moral yon? Or kapag iginalang mo ang iyong magulang, masasabi mo bang moral yon? So, let's proceed. So, what is moral? Moral refers to a set of principles that guide us in making decisions about what is right and wrong. It's about what we believe is good and just and how we should behave towards ourselves and others. So, yun. So, pag sinabi nating moral, it guides, nag-guide siya ng ating desisyon tungkol sa tama at mali. Example, honesty, kindness, fairness, responsible, and respect. So the next is ethics. This is a study of morality, examining the principles and rules that guide our actions. It helps us understand the reason behind our moral choices. So, ayun, pag sinabi naman nating ethics, nag-guide naman siya ng ating action. Kung yung moral, nag-guide sa desisyon natin sa tama at mali, yung ethics naman nag-guide na sa ating actions. Like for example, pagiging magalang sa magulang sa pamamagitan ng pagsasabi ng po at opo or pagmamano. That's what you call ethics. Kumbaga sa action na siya. Kung sa moral decision pa lang, sa ethics action na siya. And then the next is conscience. This is our inner voice that tells us what is right and wrong. It's often influenced by our upbringing, culture, and personal experiences. So, yung conscience naman in Tagalog is konsensya. So, like for example, sinagot-sagot mo yung magulang mo nung napagalitan ka. And then, at pagkatapos nun, parang may konsensya ka na, dapat ganito, ganyan, hindi ko sinagot-sagot yung parents ko kasi parang na-disrespect ko siya, ganun. That's what you call konsensya. Kumbaga, may bumubulong sa'yo na parang dapat hindi ko to ginawa kasi nasaktan ko yung mama ko. Dapat hindi ko siya sinagot-sagot kasi na-disrespect ko siya. Ganon. And then, moral reasoning. This is the process of thinking through ethical dilemmas and making informed decisions. It involves considering different perspectives, weighing consequences, and applying our values. So, pag sinabi nating moral reasoning, process of thinking. Kunwari, nabuntis ka, 16 years old pa lang. So, iisipin mo yung mangyayari na tas ayun, magdedesisyon ka kung ano ba yung gagawin mo sa bata, kung ipapalalag mo ba siya or ipagpapatuloy mo ba yung kung ipagpapatuloy mo ba yung pagbubuntis mo or hindi. Tas iisipin mo, kapag pinagpatuloy ko ba to, ano ba yung mangyayari sa akin? Or kapag hindi ko ba to ipinagpatuloy, anong mangyayari sa bata? So, kumbaga, pag titimbang-timbangin mo yung mga sitwasyon, pag-iisipan mo siya ng mabuti, can you choose to do the best. Kapag may mga bagay tayo na, pag pinagdedesisyonan, dapat pag-isipan nating mabuti kasi nasa huli talaga yung pagsisisi palagi. So, kung kinakailangan 100 times, 10 times, 1 million times tayo mag-isip or mag-desisyon, pag-isipan natin yan na mabuti para hindi tayo magsisi sa huli. And yun po yung moral reasoning. And ayun, dito na tayo kay Carol Gillian. So, Carol Gillian, born on November 28, 1936, is an American feminist, ethicist, and psychologist best known for her innovative views on the development of women's morality and sense of self, which she detailed in her 1982 book In a Different Voice. Gillian's theory of moral development was created in response to the theory of moral development proposed by Lawrence Kohlberg, which she criticized the ignoring women's perspective. Gillians proposed that women came to prioritize an ethics of care as their sense of morality evolves along with their sense of self, which men prioritize an ethics of justice. This article discusses the history of Gillian's theory of moral development, how it differs from Kohlberg's theory of moral development, and how women develops their sense of self in the world. So, sabi po dyan, ginawa daw po ni Carol Gillian yung theory of moral development to response sa theory of moral development ni Lawrence Kohlberg. Kasi daw po, yung theory daw po ni Kohlberg is nagfo-focus lang po siya sa perspective ng lalaki. Hindi niya masyadong pinofocusan yung perspective ng mga babae. Kaya, ang ginawa ni Jillian is gumawa din po siya ng theory about sa moral development para response doon sa ginawa ni Lawrence. Kumbaga, pinaglaban niya yung perspective nating mga babae. So Carol Gillian introduced her theory of moral development in her book In a Different Voice, Psychological Theory and Women's Development, which was published in 1982. So, dito na tayo si Gillian's argument against Kohlberg's theory. So, Carl Gillian criticized Lawrence Kohlberg's theory of moral development for being inherently biased toward male perspective. She argued that Kohlberg's framework, which emphasized an ethics of justice, was based primarily on research conducted with young white males, thereby neglecting the moral reasoning and experiences of women. According to Gillian, women tend to prioritize an ethics of care, focusing on interpersonal relationships and the context of moral dilemmas, rather than abstract principle and rules. So, sabi ni Gillian, yung theory daw ni Kohlberg is may bias daw kasi nagfo-focus lang daw siya sa perspective ng lalaki. So, 'di ba naka-focus kasi yung boys sa ethics of justice. And sa girls naman, parang naka-focus daw is sa ethics of care. So, sabi ni Jillian, same lang naman daw, iba lang talaga yung way kung paano abutin. Same lang naman daw. Katulad lang naman po yan kapag pumapasok po tayo sa school. May mga taga-Iriga, may mga taga-Bula, taga-Nabwa, or taga-Balatan, taga-Buhi. Iba-iba po yung daan natin, but iisa lang po yung pupuntahan natin, which is yung BCC. So, ganun lang po yun. And, ayun po yung argument sa moral development theory ni Gillians and Kohlberg. And now, magpo-proceed naman po tayo sa stages in Gillian's theory of moral development. Yung mga stages na ni Jillian's. Jillian's research and the abortion decision study led her to detail her own stage theory of moral development, which she detailed in 1977 article that she expanded into her book In a Different Voice. Jillian's theory used the same basic three-level outline as Kohlberg's, along with two transitions between the levels, and transitions are outlined below. So, dito po sa pre-conventional morality, kumbaga dito, nakatuon lang ang babae sa sarili niya at sa kanyang mga pangangailangan para mabuhay. Or, kumbaga, sarili niya lang yung iniisip niya. Just like, for example, nabuntis. And then, ipapalaglag niyo yung bata kasi iisipin niya yung sarili niya, mapapahiya siya sa ibang tao or masisira yung pangarap niya. Kaya, ang gagawin niya is ipapalaglag niya yung bata. Hindi niya iisipin yung bata. Inisip niya lang yung sarili niyang kapakanan. Yung kapakanan ng bata, hindi niya inisip. Transition 1. During the first transition from the pre-conventional to the conventional level, the woman realizes that she has a responsibility to others. It is the first time that she realized her previous moral perspective could be characterized as selfish. So, parang dito na tayo sa second stages, which is the conventional morality. At the conventional level, moral judgment becomes concentrated on caring for others. The woman starts to see herself as a participant in society whose claim to being a good citizen relies on helping and protecting others. This concern for others overrides her concern herself, leading to a morality focus on self-sacrifice. So, dito sa conventional morality, kumbaga dito, hindi na lang iisipin ng babae yung sarili niya. Iisipin na rin niya yung ibang tao. Kumbaga, magiging matured na siya dito sa conventional morality. Like, for example nga, doon in example ko yung nabuntis. Kumbaga doon, hindi niya na ipapalaglag yung bata. Kumbaga, iisipin na niya yung kapakanan nung bata. Kumbaga, haharapin niya na yung responsibilidad niya bilang isang ina. Transition 2. During the second transition from the conventional to post-conventional level, the women start to experience tension between the needs of others and the needs of the self. She begins to realize she must strike a better balance between her needs and the needs of others. This leads us to shift in moral judgment away from goodness to truth. So, ayun. As she starts to honestly assess her own desire, not just her responsibility to others. So, parang hindi niya na inisip yung sarili niyang desires, parang iniisip niya na yung iba, yung bata, yung ibang tao. Parang hindi na siya nagiging selfish. And the last stage is post-conventional morality. At the post-conventional level, moral judgment is dedicated by the principle of non-violence. These needs of the selves are just as important as the needs of others, which causes the woman to arrive at a universal ethic of care and concern, adhering to the obligation of care, which avoiding harm to exploitation to herself and others, enables the woman to accept responsibility for her choices. So, sa panahong ito, parang yung babae is nag-iisip na siya sa pagiging, pagiging care, sa pagiging patas, at hindi na yung parang mananakit na siya sa ibang tao. Hindi niya na, iisipin niya na yung bata. Kumbaga, she will face her responsibility as a woman or yung responsibilidad niya doon sa ginawa niyang choices or decision. So, yun po yung tatlong stages ng morality ni Jillian. Yung pre-conventional, conventional, and the post-conventional morality. Ang nasa next slide po is parang summarize na lang din po yan. But you can read that po para mas maintindihan nyo po yung maayos. And again, thank you for listening to me. God bless you po always. Thank you.